Hi guys, this is Matt, and in this video we're going to be making a gold guide for Molten Core. Now, if you haven't run Molten Core in a while, or you haven't run it at all, the flight path that's closest for both factions is called Flamestar Post in the Burning Steppes. This dude right here. And what you're going to do is mount up, and you are going to head into Blackrock Mountain, guys. Now, this actually came about as I've been making dungeon guides for every dungeon in the game, and I was just going to make a Molten Core guide as well as all of the raids. But while I went back, I'm sorry here, I'm talking about too many things at once. Once you get out in the open right here, you're going to want to head down to this little area right here, and we're going to talk to Lothos Riftwalker, and you're going to tell him, transport me to the core. He'll send you right into Molten Core. It's that easy, guys. So while that's loading, I'll just say that while I was getting back to leveling my professions here in Battle for Azeroth, I realized that I was able to mine dark iron ore even with one mining in here. And I don't know if you were formerly able to do that or not, but I don't remember it being that way in vanilla. So just to give you guys an idea what this guide is going to be, this is going to be a live guide. Meaning I'm not going to edit this at all. I'm going to give you guys a real view of exactly what I get from killing every mob in here, looting all the ore, and skinning all the mobs. And we're going to time it, then we're going to Hearth to Stormwind. You guys will see live what it's going to post for on the auction house. So I don't have some great server for the auction house. I'm on Moknathal. It's a small server. But you're going to want a couple things ahead of time. First thing you're going to want is some Bear Tartar. Bear Tartar means when you kill a mob, you get a little speed boost. If you have anything in your talents that allows you to speed up, I've got Trailblazer, which gives me 30%, and I got Post Haste, so after I disengage, I get 50% for 4 seconds. And along with this Bear Tartar, anytime I kill something, I'll speed up. I've also got my Silithid out, which gives me 12% foot speed. So we're going to go ahead and roll through. Like I said, every mob in here is going to die. We're going to go ahead and start our timer. And every mob is going to be looted, and we'll see what we come away with. So this will be an honest assessment, guys. Generally on these runs, after everything sells on the auction house, I make anywhere between 3,500 and 6,000 gold. Just depends on how lucky you get with drops, and if you get sulfur and ignites, if you get some plans. Generally, the gear in here doesn't really sell for much anymore. But like I said, if you get some plans or if you get, you know, some different transmog stuff, it might sell. Transmog's not super reliable, so I don't really post too much about it. And this is my first gold guide, so please forgive me here as I kind of learn the ropes, guys. Okay. So we're going to go through. I don't necessarily know the absolute fastest way to kill all the bosses. I just know the way that I do it, so that's what I'm going to share with you guys. This is not a highly geared character. This is a 366 character. So he's 2 days at 120. So this is not some uber guy with all kinds of every speed thing on his gear or anything really great like that. Okay, as you start to get over to this point, you're going to notice that we've got some dark iron deposits here. Now, if you go the extra step of taking the deposits and actually smelting them, it'll be a lot more gold, but we're not doing that right now. We're trying to give you guys a real view. To turn on my volume a little bit. Sorry if that was loud for you guys. Okay. So you guys see there's nothing really that's making any kind of gold right now. Not yet. You don't need to kill these imps. I'm just killing them to loot this guy because they don't drop anything. So we're going to kill our first 2 bosses in this room in addition to get some of our dark iron ore here. You might have to kill the imps. I'd say anybody above level 80 can run this really quickly. You can probably do it at 70. It'll just be a lot slower. Okay, so through here, this is where we are. We're in the Magmadar Cavern. We're going to hit Luciferon and Magmadar, guys. You don't really want to have to aggro all these core hounds if you can help it. It's just a pain more than anything, I find. So if they aggro, you can burst them down quick, but... Okay, so you see just a couple of purples, nothing too crazy. Make sure you look in here because you'll see there are dark iron deposits over here as well. Okay. And generally I get about 50 dark iron from this run. Anywhere between 40 and 55. Okay. Magmadar is down. You can skin him. Okay. And you want to make sure you skin everything in here, guys, because they're giving you core leather and rugged leather, both which will sell right away within 24 hours on the auction house, like no problem. Okay, we're done with the first 2 bosses. Now we're going to head down and kill all the other bosses and then circle back to Ragnaros at the end. So generally this run for me is about 19 to 21 minutes, just depending on how much I'm paying attention and if I have to do some little jumps in order to get my dark iron ore. And there are a couple places where you will have to do a little bit of jumping. Nothing like wall scaling or anything like that, but you've got to be aware of where they are. Like there's one dark iron down there, but before I go to that way, I got to clear a couple mobs up here. Safe to disengage, there we go. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this, like I said, is an unedited gold guide, and you'll see those just trash mobs, but they're dropping purples, so make sure you hit them. And the reason that I'm doing this unedited is I just see way too many gold guides that are just totally unrealistic. Want to buy gold stuff is pretty good. Kraken Latte I think has the best stuff out there right now because all of her stuff is been super legit when I've tested it. You just want to jump through the lava here, guys. Disengage whatever abilities you've got. You're going to get one right there. Okay. And then I'm going to fall in the lava because I'm not very good at my disengages. But that's another story, guys. And I just recently switched my profession, so you guys will see that my mining is at 6 so far, all from dark iron. So you don't have to have any high-level stuff, like I said. And I'll show you guys at the end kind of the loot table of everything that we got so far. This is everything that's in here. Here's a pet. Okay, those pets can be sold. That's part of the gold if you want to keep them because you don't have them yet. I usually keep the first copy of a pet just so I can have one of each. I'm not really into the pets, but... and then after that, I'll sell the copies that I get. But everybody can do it differently. You'll make more gold if you sell the pets. Obviously... pets can go for a couple thousand gold, just depending on the market in your auction house. I'm not going to really add that. So here's the third boss here, guys, is Gehennas. Okay. Okay, those are down. All right, we're going to head over here. So if you add the pets, like I said, I don't really feel comfortable doing that because it's totally unknown how much you're going to make, but I think you guys will actually see more from the leather and everything else that it's just really a nice little run. Something that you can do in 20 minutes and make, you know, make a few thousand gold to 6,000 gold. I think that's a great little run. There's certainly, I'm sure there's, you know, uber fast ways that I haven't maybe done before, but, you know, for a normal player, just to go for 20 minutes and make 3,000 to 5,000 gold is nice. You know, you can always go run Blackrock Foundry ×3, normal, heroic, and mythic, and make whatever it is, 9 to 12 grand too. So there's all kinds of ways to make gold anymore. There's not really any necessity to grind it that I find. If you just take like a dual gathering profession, I get all my gold from that really easy. Don't even have to think about it. Just sell it all in the auction house. There's our fourth boss right over there, guys. That's Gar. Gar. There we go. And if you want to make this go super fast, you can take some Winterfall Fire Water is what I'm trying to say, which will speed up your gathering for both skinning and mining in here, but I didn't have any, so I didn't stop to get it. because I'm being lazy like that. Also, if you're a hunter, BM hunter, use a Silithid in here because he's 30% faster than the other pets. Because of Dune Strider, his racial ability, so you can't beat that. Oh goodness, my pet went on a wild hunting spree. Guys, you'll see there's a boss that patrols right here. This Baron Geddon. Baron is one I got one of my bindings on the Windseeker on one of my other tunes before. Not sure where the other one drops off. I can't remember if they drop off all bosses or where they drop. But you'll see there are some patrolling mobs in here. You have to kill Baron. Come down here, and we're going to kill Shazra, another boss. Okay. Here you go. Over here. Grab your ore. And head on up to kill the rest of the trash on the way to the last few bosses. Dark iron ore is all over the map. Sometimes I'll sell it and I'll get like 4,000 or 5,000 gold for the dark iron ore, and sometimes I'll sell it and it'll be like a 500 or 600. So you never quite know how it's going to go. Let's see how we're doing. So you can see there's all kinds of great sellable stuff on here, guys. And I'm not going to sit and do calculator math once we get to the auction house. We're just going to blow through it quick, and I'll show you guys what I ended up with. So, got a choice here on kind of how you want to handle this. I don't really know what the optimal way is. I'll just show you the guys the way that I go. So this dude right here is a boss that you got to kill. And you've got to go back that way anyway. So what I usually just do is at this point I'll just dismiss my pet and just jump down. Seems to work just fine for me. Do it however you like. And we are at Golemag, the incinerator. And killed Golemag. Okay, got a sulfur and ignite. Those usually go for anywhere between 350 and 500 gold, just depending. Okay. So you can get those, I think, off of any mobs, but the bosses also drop them. If you're going to craft a Thunder Fury, or you're going to craft the hammer, either way, you want to keep this stuff instead of selling it all off. But if you're not planning to do that, you're just having some fun or getting some gold, don't sweat that stuff. And if you want to make an alt just to run this, I'd recommend a Death Knight or a Druid would probably be the fastest. Hunters and Monks have some speed increases as well, but they're just not as fast as those two classes. Okay, so we are at 11 minutes, and we've got 2 bosses left along with the big homie. Okay, so you've got to go up to kill that boss, but before you do that, you got to kill another boss down here, so we're going to head down first. Okay, so you guys are going to see that there's going to be nodes up here for dark iron that you can't quite get to yet. That's okay. I'll show you where those are, guys. Those are the jumping ones I was referring to earlier. I didn't mean jumping like you have to wall scale. I meant like you have to drop down different places. You guys will see you're getting Hydraxian Warlord's rep too. It's a rep I don't think you really need anymore, but if you're a completionist and you just want to get it, there you go. You'll get it just gradually being in here. Okay, that was a Sulfur and Harbinger. Okay, grab your last Dark Iron over here, and we're going to head up. Okay, you'll see we're just under 13 minutes. And when we get to the top up there, then we're going to get into the fight with Major Domo Executus. Sounds like a tax collector, doesn't it? And with Major Domo, you're going to kill him and his crew. Then you're going to run back down and have a very long role-play moment with Ragnaros, where you got to wait for him to give a whole speech, and then you can kill him, and then you're done with the dungeon, guys. Go back. I will hearth at that point live. Sell everything on the auction house in front of you guys so you get a real scale. I'll show you guys how to jump down. Do not drop down yet until you have the bosses killed up here. Okay. Here's Major Domo. Boom. Everybody will come when you attack him. Okay. Okay. Head over here and get your loot. Make sure you look up here because sometimes they have some more Dark Iron up here. But I'll show you guys where the drop downs are. Even if it doesn't look like it's right in your face like this one happens to be, this is the drop down right here. So drop down right here just a little bit. Okay. Then be careful not to fall off the edge because you're going to want to go straight. And then a lot of times another ore node is right here. So you'll jump over on this part and there'll be another one. Okay. Okay. So now that that is done, we're going to head over to kill Rag, which is the last boss. And then also get any patrolling mobs that I might have missed along the way as I run down the corridor here. It's funny, all these mobs that were in here, it's all cleared out now. See how I came away so far with stuff. How many Dark Iron did I get? 56, guys. 1 Sulfur and Ignite. I got a pet, but I'm not going to sell that because I don't think I had that pet before. Let's have a look here while I'm running. I won't take up all the room on the camera. So you guys are just going to run back down to where you came down here at first, and you're just going to hook a right here into this little cave. And then this is going to be the last boss right here. Now, a lot of people will be like, oh, I know where all this stuff is. I ran in Molten Core, but there's a ton of people that started in later expansions that really haven't maybe ran this before. So if that's the case, we are going to try to make this for them as much as us. So there's 2 more mobs in here, and because I'm a weirdo completionist, I'm going to kill both of them. Let's see. That guy. He's going down too. Oh, my pet went through the lava. No, Speedy, that was not what you were supposed to do. Okay. You're still alive, 50% health, but... Okay, so... we've cleared out all the mobs in this place. Now you're going to go down here to where Major Domo is. You can run around or just do this however you want, guys. Okay, you're going to talk to him. Tell me more. What else do you have to say? And then the challenge. Okay. Now, so what he's doing here is he's going to summon the Fire Lord. If you played in Cataclysm, you got to see the Fire Lord Ragnaros. If you didn't, then this might be new to you still. So he's going to go on a long thing and summoning the Fire Lord. And the Fire Lord is not at all happy to be summoned. He's here now and he's like, really, dude? How did you do this to me? Why are there people here in my place? What have you done? He's not cool with it. He's going to wake up and he's going to smite Major Domo, and then he's going to try to get to work on you as well. Major Domo is going down, down, down to Chinatown. That's what he gets for not having armor on in a raid instance. Not even a plate kini. Okay, so you'll see this guy here. He's got the hammer of Ragnaros. So you let him right into the house, basically. He's saying, how could you? And as soon as he's done laying the smackdown on Major Domo with his little RP moment here, because he's been alone a long time, he's got to have some adult conversation. Okay, then he's going to get mad at you, and he's going to say, that's it for you two. And max level, he should die in a couple hits, no big deal. Boom, 1 hit. Okay, get your loot. Okay, we're going to hearth. I'll use the Legion flight path to get over to Stormwind here and get in front of the auction house because I didn't pay any attention in Legion to that stuff. I'm sure there's an auction house in Legion too, but I'm not smart enough to learn that and remember it for this video, and I'm too lazy even to research it. So you guys are simply going to see me go and run into Stormwind now, and then we are going to hit the auction house. Okay, so we're over here. Everything's not even spawned in yet. But what we can do is hit a vendor right now, and that'll tell us how much we sell for. Here we go. Okay, only 5 gold worth of stuff there. Let's do it again. Sell it all. Everything that's not locked down. Okay. So you guys will see that was only about 12 gold worth of stuff in those 3 cells of all the items. So you're certainly not dealing with a whole bucket full of gold yet. At this point, we're going to go ahead and boop over to Stormwind. Boop is the noise that you have to make whenever you take a mage port, apparently. And then once we get into Stormwind here, we're going to go directly to the auction house, and you guys will see, because I was too lazy to use the Hearthstone, to give you guys a view of me just going right back to the Stormwind Inn. So I'm going to run down here, and we're going to hit the auction house. Ooh, I forgot to shut off the tape. I didn't even get to 19 minutes to kill Rag, guys. We're already at 19:25 because I forgot to shut off the timer. So you're talking only about 18.5 minutes faster on some classes if you do. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, so to auction today, let's organize this a little bit. Let's go ahead and start with the heavy hitters. We'll start with the dark iron ore. Okay, this dark iron ore is worth 2,700 gold. Okay. Okay, this is another pet right here. I already have one, so I'll go ahead and I've got to learn him. Black diamonds don't sell for much. Let's see. Essence of Earth doesn't sell for much. Essence of Fire, 65 gold. Fiery Core is 56 gold. Lava Core is 18 gold. Core of Earth, not much. Heart of Fire, 17. Elementium, okay, Elemental Earth, not much. Sulfur and Ignite, 600 gold, guys. So just those 2 things, you're already at 3,200 gold. Just with the dark iron ore and the sulfur and Ignite. Sometimes you'll get a couple in one run. Sometimes you won't get one. It's pretty unpredictable. Core leather. Okay, no items found. I'm going to put them for probably 10 apiece. 162 gold. Okay, rugged leather. 117 gold. Salt, nothing. Little stuff, nothing. We got some plans. I won't really count those. And out of curiosity, I will do the pets at the end just to show you guys what they would sell for. And now we're just going to go through. Now the transmog stuff, whether this stuff really sells or not, guys, is open to a lot of interpretation, obviously, because a lot of times you'll put all this stuff up in the auction house, and it's just going to be a matter of, you know, whether it's going to sell or not. A lot of times it won't. You just end up DEing it on an alt or whatever, and you can just kind of go from there. So you guys will see the stuff's not uber big. So really, I doubt this stuff will go for those prices. Let me look at the pets too, just so you guys can see those. Doesn't necessarily, like I said, mean that. Okay, so let's take one ash tongue core. Let's put that in a cage and see what it sells for. It's probably not going to be a whole lot. And then the other one that we picked up, let me see if I can find it here as we're going. It looks like a little yellow note. I remember that from the icon. So, and I don't see it because I'm a giant noob. Okay, but so you can sell the pets as well as you go through here. And, oh, there it is, Core Fire Imp. Okay, so a couple pets. Like I said, you can keep the pets if you don't have them. I already had a copy of each one, just show you guys. Not include it in the gold, so only 15 gold for this guy, and only 5 gold for this guy. So overall, this run anywhere between 3,200 and 3,500 gold for us in about 18 minutes. But we'll see. Some of that stuff might sell a little bit better once it all goes in, but definitely worth it if you're just coming back to game, if you don't have the achievements, if you don't have the item sets. You do get an item set for Molten Core, Now, I'm a hunter, so that for me, I'll show you. That's the Giant Stalker set, I believe, for me. Yeah. So this is the full set, which I've got from multiple runs of Molten Core here. Kind of a goofy looking set on a human. I would imagine looks pretty good on a dwarf in the original game. But yeah, so that's our guide. 3,500 gold, very short run. You know, something nostalgic to do to go back and do Molten Core. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll try to make more gold guides live, unedited, so you guys can get some realistic looks at stuff. And I hope it helps some people. If you guys liked the movie and got something out of it, or just enjoyed spending some time with me, please like and subscribe to the video, and hit the little bell icon. It'll notify you when I drop a future movie. So I will see you guys in the next one. This has been Matt from Light in the Darkness, signing out.